I make noise out of anything. I don't put myself into a box. There is no box. I've burnt the box, and I recorded the sound of the box being burned. Growing up as a kid, my friends and I, we were always making, movies on my parents' home video camera. There was one movie and one moment in particular that I realized the importance of sound, and I was making my own little Indiana Jones movie. There was the scene, I had the bullwhip, and I, hit the bad guy with the whip. Of course, when you're shooting it, it doesn't make a sound. It just goes like that. I was like, man, I need to have like the crack of the whip. So I found a sound effects CD, and it had like the bullwhip crack, and I put it in there. Then when we showed our friends and family, that moment came, and when they heard the crack of the whip, like the room erupted in laughter, and that's like they totally captured them. That's when I noticed, wow, I just got a huge rise out of everybody from the sound. And that's when I really first noticed how important sound is to movies. I went to Full Sail because I wanted to write and direct movies, and it wasn't until after I got out of Full Sail and I was looking for employment, I found in Detroit there was a hole for sound mixers. There was a need. I didn't go to school for sound, but the first 3 months of my program, the film program, were very heavy on sound. And all those guys taught us so much about sound that I knew enough about it to where it's like, yeah, I could absolutely start there and then, see where my career takes me from there. I got into doing sound effects. I started buying all the sound effect libraries I could at like the local Kmart, and then I started getting into more of the professional libraries, and I was just really fascinated with it. And I was like, I could probably, record these types of sounds, and so it kind of challenged me to try different techniques. After about a year of doing it as a hobby, my hard drive was full, and I had to clean it out. So as I was cleaning out my hard drive, I realized I'd recorded over 1,000 sound effects. And so then the entrepreneur in me kicks in. I'm like, 1,000? I bet you somebody would want to buy this stuff. And so I went on Yahoo because Google wasn't around yet, and I typed in sound effects. And then the first company that came up, I sent them a demo. And I think it was about a week or so later, I got a call from the owner of the company. He called me up and said, we would like to, hire you to produce sound effect libraries for us. And that kind of just took me on a detour that I'm still on right now. I just kind of followed it and fell in love with it, and that's what I do, man. I make noise. The Detroit Chop Shop is my studio. It started off as a spare bedroom in an apartment. I actually made sound effects in that apartment that are used to this day. In fact, the explosion of the Sam Crow building in Sons of Anarchy, I made that in a spare bedroom in an apartment, and it ends up on a show like Sons of Anarchy, which goes to show you can do anything. You don't have to be validated by a certain piece of gear or a certain building or somebody else telling you that you did it. You can do anything you want. You just gotta love what you're doing. I mean, who else has a room in their house where they bring in thousands of bottles and smash them? Or I bring in car doors and we'll smack them around and hit them with sledgehammers. And certainly we use things like vegetables and fruit, and we smash the stuff up for like all the blood and the gore. And then you watch shows like The Walking Dead, or you play a video game and you hear your sounds coming to life, and I'm like, okay, that was worth being all sticky and messy for it. I'm still a big kid. I'm still a fan of this industry. I'm still blown away when I meet people that do what I do. I'm still humbled by them, and I'm still challenged by them. I don't take for granted at all what I've done. I'm still like learning, and I'm still loving it, and it's a process, and I'm enjoying every minute of it.